So the excerpt I'm trying to let's continue from is the part where you said you need how do I put it now? Like you go into a house, you see the man cooking,
Yeah.
and you go into a house, you see the man doing some mundane jobs. No, not mundane, like some what we call domestic chores.
Yeah.
Now, see my point here for you, Isaiah. I understand that the African community frowns on that. Me as a man, let me just give you my own clear side. I don't mind me doing domestic chores at home. Does not mean I'm less of a man. I can render some services in my home. For me, says doing like maybe I gave the example of babies, where cleaning diapers, maybe trying to feed, shake. In that way, you are trying to be more part of the child's life. In the short time you'll be on this earth, it can be just 10 years of that child's life. Let's be real. On any other time, sometimes you could go into the house, meeting a man cook. All those things are different. Now, for me, or I think the way it should be, yes, roles should be spelled out, but it doesn't mean that there are men that are not abused. Yes, a lot of men get abused. Nigerian women, sorry, women over the world are emotionally manipulative. That's a very big issue. Even divorce laws don't favor men. So we all know the disadvantages that men have on their own. Yes, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to make your own decisions, because for everything that happens in the relationship, now you cause in one way or the other, directly or indirectly, as a man, even on the other side.
Yeah, that thing is true. Broke up with my ex. She was so good. Waiting you do. Like
You understand? It's always on you. Do you understand? Whatever you do,
directly my side of the story. Like
you
waiting
get
you do.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
you always are responsible. So see, there are some guys that I told you, there are some men I consider alpha males. They go in and they cook for their children. Some of them will clean the house and nobody cleans it better than them. If you clean the house, you're just doing rubbish because they will clean it after you. It doesn't take anything from their masculinity. It doesn't make them anything less than a man. You as a guy should define what you want. Get what you want in line. Like that thing is one of the things I've been running with. As a man, define what you want. Make sure everything is getting clear.
Not just as a man, like
as a person.
Yes, as a person, define what you want. If you're going into a relationship, the first thing you should do is define the relationship. Communication is key. That's why I don't even want to agree with what Mr. Isaiah said.
Well, he has his points.
No, it's fine.
No, I don't agree, because
I'm not supposed to agree with my points.
Okay, hold
but
on.
now,
Sorry, sir.
I'll give you another point.
That's no, the basis of a woman is supposed to, as Africans.
No, we are going out of the topic in question.
Okay.
And that reason why I feel the blind ladies are not really seeing men to marry from the other world. You know, so
there's no other world. We are all in the same world.
Sighted men.
Thank you.
Some people feel they have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem in the sense that they believe or they feel I'm blind. I'm not sure this guy or his family will accept me the way I am.
Okay.
Who's causing the low self-esteem?
Best person to answer
So
that
what's
question.
the
Best person to answer that question is Mr. Akinola.
I want to know, ma'am.
Shoot.
Well, it's true. A lot of things exposes a visually impaired lady to low self-esteem, which is not directly their fault. And as I said earlier, it's also part of the issues of gender inequality, the gender imbalance. Sorry. So when the lady, the low self-esteem is not something that came out of the issue of marriage. It's something that came out of the lifestyle over the years. Not feeling like she's adequate enough as a lady. There's a lot of complications being a woman. You have to wear makeup, you have to dress up nice, you have to learn to do things. So the blind lady might be feeling a bit inadequate. So I understand when you say low self-esteem, in the sense that maybe the blind lady, when he finds a guy that simply says hello, she wants to say hi, hug me, because she feels that that's great.
But I've made
a lot of blind ladies with firm self-esteem, with good self-esteem, and they've told guys who are even sighted off that, look, you're not my type. And they've also told guys who are blind off, you're not my type, and they've chosen the one they want. So I've seen a lot of blind ladies who are married and they have husbands, and they have husbands and they are keeping their homes. And I found out that one of the sharp differences is that one is, and this thing is about opportunities. There's all this, we'll speak around from that tomorrow. Time and chance are given to them all. Some people never had the opportunity that some people other people have. So it's about who came your way, who didn't come my way. I'm married to a blind person today because he came my way. If I never met a blind person in my life, I won't marry a blind person because I didn't see. So it's about which opportunities are they being exposed to? Do they go out as often as other people go out? Most blind men are more adventurous. They go out more.
No, thank you, ma. Hold on. Thank you, ma. Now, whose fault is it that a blind lady is not adventurous?
Okay, now
I
want to
Hold on, sir.
The
The blind lady is not,
Okay, it's
waking up,
society.
dressing
And now-
fine.
and now,
Whose
that is
fault
why
is
I
it that
keep
a
saying
blind lady,
that African
a blind
mentality
lady is
has
not?
failed. Look, we are saying this is the fault of the society.
Gladys, I want you to calm down.
Okay.
I want to restructure that question because I do not want anybody's.
Dr. Danny, I've been coming down for like I've not made
No,
any
I
point,
know. You see, you are scoring huge points.
No, I've not
And you're the
scored
anchor. You're the
But
anchor. You're
yes,
supposed
but
to.
no, I have to say what is in my mind.
I
Dr.
get-
Daniel, sorry, Dr.
Calm down. You see why I told you to calm down?
Take a breath.
Take a deep breath. In, out. See, I want to restructure that question.
Okay.
I know why I put that question to her now, and I was going to ask the follow-up question. Now, what can remedy this? What can fix it? Because now, we have seen some things and some stories you have told me, some backstories you have said about the whole conditioning thing and a whole lot of things. A lot of people fall under conditioning, especially when they go disabled or impaired, anything that just puts them lower. A lot, and women, because of their emotional disposition, they always find it easier to go down that slope faster than a man would. A man would rather think, it's before you beat down a man, like a male person, it means that person really chose and accepted the defeat. Most of the time they want to fight up.
Yeah.
It's on the other edge of the scale for you to find women who want to just go up and break that barrier.
So what's the cause of that?
So we have already found out the
Is
cause.
this social conditioning?
Social
Yeah.
conditioning.
Social
Now,
conditioning.
what can break it? How can we solve this conditioning? Because we know that it has happened in Africa, it has happened in other climes too.
Yeah.
Because people are selective in Nigeria as they are in Germany, as
Yeah.
they are in the US.
Yes, yeah.
Because you will not want to marry a billionaire's son, and as soon as you enter inside their house and they see that the person is blind, the person is disabled, and they will ask their son or their daughter questions now. What are you doing with this person? Because they feel that their child can do better. So, thing now is how can we remedy this situation? I think that balances the question.
I think that balances the.
Did I soften your heart better? Did I open
I
your
think
heart
for me,
better?
I will balance it up I will speak now from the perspective as a service provider. That's why rehabilitation has to be very holistic. In terms of, it's not about training the person how to use the technology or how to work. It's about training the person how to live a new life. About making the person be able to raise their head up to say, yes, this is who I am, and I've accepted myself for who I am. So conditioning, as Dr. Dan said, it's been a process over the years of telling you, somebody's already telling you can't do this, somebody's already telling you you are different, somebody's already telling you are not blind, so you can't do certain things, so you have to be dependent on a lot of people. No, we have to start building, re-energizing the self-esteem of our ladies back by letting them understand that they are as equal as any other lady. The first competition they have is not even the man, it's the other ladies, because they are the ones that have ever attacked them. Not directly, but I think through fashion. They're not able to keep up with trends. It looks like a blind lady is not naturally trendy because she's not keeping up with trend with vision and all that. So these things like that, we have to start exposing the blind ladies. Okay, this is it. We have to get more exposed so the person can keep up with trend and self-esteem comes up back. Then secondly, society also has a role to play. When the environment is inaccessible, if a blind guy falls into the gutter, it's not the same as when a blind lady falls into the gutter. They're two different things in two different worlds and two different effects it has. That lady might not go out again for that week or for that month because the effect is more on her. It affects her life. But the guy might decide that when he falls into gutter, he go out, he come back, just change and continues. So that's why I found out that there are more blind ladies who are more adventurous than ladies. Not because more blind men who are more adventurous than blind ladies. Not because the blind ladies don't want to be adventurous, but the environment is not conducive. The environment, so inaccessibility also doesn't just affect the economic growth of persons with disabilities, it also affects the personal lives of persons with disabilities. Let me share you a short story. When I was dating my husband, we were going out on we were married in this time. We were going out on an evening outing. We were wearing and co. we didn't have a car, we took this BRT. Then the BRT guy started talking to me and more or less embarrassing me, like, I have to stand because you're going to have the blind person knock you, so you have to stand. You know, imagine if it were just a date, like maybe first date, and I'm going out, I want to marry a blind guy, and this is what I'm facing. You do know that can actually affect that relationship, because not because of you, but because of things that I stand to face. So the society, the inaccessibility in the society is not only affecting the economic growth of persons with disability, it's also affecting their personal lives. So if the environment is more accessible, people can come out in their personal lives and take chances. But environment is not accessible, you just stay where you are since you are safe. That's what is happening.
Well, for me, I think I'm agree with Sakela. Yeah, the fact remains that not as if I am condemning the blind ladies, not at all. Of course, I've seen and I know most that are also good, hardworking, and they're also adventurous. But the rate in which those that are indoor, is very high. So they can always come out, tell themselves they can do it. And at the same time, they can have movement whereby they will be given such a great orientation to boost their morals. Being blind doesn't stop them from being adventurous, doesn't stop them from having their choices. They shouldn't feel I'm blind, I can't undermine a certain guy. That shouldn't be the case. So I think I agree with the topic.
Oh, okay.
Auntie Gladys?
No, I will just round up. So, do you have anything to say, Dr.
No,
Daniel?
because I know that you have a very strong pain point. I wish, like you were talking about the African mentality.
Yeah, and if I'm going to start that now, it's going to take.
But we know that in tradition we have a lot of good things and we do have a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
And I hope you know that there are some portions of African tradition that actually values the woman a lot.
Thank you, sir.
No, yes, that's true.
And
not
you know
like
that.
I am
Wait.
condemning the African
I'm coming.
tradition. No,
But there are some
not like
parts-
I'm condemning the African
You are,
tradition, but
you
that mentality of
Mhm.
a woman is supposed to cook, she's supposed
Now,
to be in the
I
house.
wonder-
Right
she's
from the
supposed to
beginning,
be-
that's
so when
big, that's
hold on,
big.
Wait now.
that has failed.
Okay.
Do you
Right from
understand?
Adam and Eve.
Yes. But
That's
let me
that way.
wait. Uncle Isaiah.
And
you have
how
to
many
calm
people
down.
has it worked for?
Okay.
A woman is supposed to,
It
and
has been working
families
for
keep breaking.
centuries.
Okay, now let's continue.
Let's embrace
But
our
wait
tradition.
now. Uncle Isaiah, calm down.
Mr. Doctor, enjoy.
So, like I said, so there are some aspects of it that can be inconveniencing for some people. Sure you get. Each to his own kettle. Everybody do what rocks your boat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure you get. There are some people that you would go into a relationship with and they liberate you. Some others will go into relationships with them, and as my friend will say, they don't multiply your force. They don't help you move that speed
You're
that
talking
you
of
want.
multiplication. They will crush you. You're not even thinking of that.
We are
You're
not
even
even.
of that.
Don't worry, I'm talking only in positive tenses right now. So the thing is that you can always pick in people that are very, very positive towards you. I think so. You should watch out for that energy. Like I said, you might tell people things that you might not even speak about through whatever you do to them. So anyway.
Okay, Dr. Sage.
Okay, it's a very insightful discussion, differing opinions, differing points of view. We'll try to challenge some of the social norms and try to go down to the root to find out why blind ladies get the rate at which blind ladies get married is less than blind guys. So I think I was able to pick 18 or 2, and this is
Based on one or two.
this is a very, 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 very welcome initiative. Gladys, I'm very proud of you, and I appreciate the work you are doing. No, I'm serious. I really appreciate the work that you are doing. So this is I wish I had something to contribute, but it's not like me. It's
not his topic.
It knows me very well. It's not my strong suit. You understand? I have a kind of unique approach, and it might not actually be.
It's not popular.
It's not. It's obnoxious. Let me use that word now.
I won't say obnoxious, but I think maybe some methods to work.
So
But one thing should.
But can we share it? I think
no, that should be another.
But let me give you. I want to just put something on the ground here. Shall do what works for you. If you are the type, don't do anything you can do as far as it doesn't involve, as far as it's fair. But
Fair in what sense?
like for a man now, if you don't abuse a person, but Shasha, make sure you get your point across. Sure you get. Do not abuse a person in any way. That's my own. Do not abuse a person. As far as it's fair, get your point across and move on. It might be positive. The fallout might be positive. It might be negative. But make sure you have guarded yourself because you could die because of your wrong relationship.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Even if there's still a lot, and I'm not still agreeing with Mr. Isaiah, I'll keep saying.
I think you're right.
No, the point
I
is
think-
not. The point is not
no.
to agree. The point is not to
I
agree.
know,
Agree to
but
disagree.
I think I already agreed with you finally. So
he agreed with me, but his first point, he still, one way or the other, he keeps, like, he's trying to go back to that first point, but see, he's just playing politics with me, and I'm not ready for his politics. So, thanks for the discussion.
We have found
Like,
it.
he's playing politics, like he's doing.
Okay,
ready.
we are cutting now.
Yeah, thank